I am doing this video to talk about why I think everybody should be creating content. Yeah, I think everybody should be creating content because the world has been globalized. We're in a very small community now. And what is making the world globalized is simply because of the growth of the internet. With the internet, you can be here and you communicate with somebody who is in Japan. You can be in Kenya and communicate with somebody in America. Now we have several social platforms that have made it possible for people to communicate, to build community, to make friends and network. There are so many platforms in on the internet, thereby creating a digital world, right? So you can be in the physical world and there's also a digital world. Yes, so let's talk about the physical world. I am here now, just the way I am now. We have people who are teachers, some people are lecturers, some people are carpenters, some are engineers, some are doctors in the physical world. They are going on with their normal business, right? So let me say, for instance, like a lecturer in the physical world now, you can be in the class, you lecture like 20 persons or 15 persons, and at the end of the day, you go back home, you've done your work. That is in the physical world. But there are limitations in the physical world. Because normally, if you understand, life is simply about value. The number of people you give value to will determine the amount of money you will have, and your life will be better. Good. So, if you give value to like 20 persons, you get reward from those 20 persons. So, that is how the physical world is. The number of people you give value to will determine the amount of reward you will get back. That is how the physical world works. So in the digital world, also the number of people you offer value to will determine the reward that you will get. But the beautiful thing about the digital world that we have access to via all the social platforms, it gives you opportunity to meet so many people, right? So that same service that you offer to 20 persons in the physical world, in the digital world, you can have access to offering that same service to millions of people. So let's take a lecturer for instance. A lecturer who goes to the class, the lecture room, teach 20 students, right? You've done the class, you have taught your students, you've delivered the notes and you have left, right? 20 students. But if you can still deliver that same note, that same lecture online on any of those social platforms, and it gets to millions of people, because there's that advantage there in the digital world, you will earn more money, right? So that's the difference between the physical world and doing things in the digital world. So why I why I'm now into trying to create content, because I want to create something big for myself, right? I want to create a community where I can have a lot of people who have like minds like me. I can come and communicate with them. We can communicate with each other. We can share how we feel. You know, that's one of the reasons why I came into content creation properly. I have other things I'm doing, but I realized that I want to plan for the future, not just now. And I see social media and content creating as one of the tools that I need in the future. And if I don't start now, I will not be able to have that level of viewership that I want in the future. Those who have started creating content so many years before now, I think they are the celebrities we are seeing now. They are the content creators, the big content creators that we know now. It is simply because they started before us. If I had started like 6 years before now, my followers on Facebook, my followers on YouTube, my followers on Instagram, my followers on TikTok would have gone far. Then I have a platform for myself. So one of the reasons why I I, I came into content creation is to build a community. And another thing is it will give me opportunity to reach out to a large view, right? So many people will view my content, right? Because one thing as a young boy when I was growing up, I I realized that as we are getting older, we have that urge to leave. We want to leave home, want to leave home. So we all left home, right? Leaving my mom behind. Only my mom will be in the house, feeling lonely, nobody to talk to, nobody to play with because she's alone in the house. And I also realized that most people, after they trained their children, it gets to a certain stage, the children will leave, right? They will not be alone in the house. Good. So, and I also realized that if you have a platform, a, a large community that you share your mind with, you communicate with, you offer value with, these people will DM you. You solve their problem because you have experience. One thing about age is as you are aging, you are growing and having experience. And there are a lot of people out there that will need your experience. So there's this joy and this fulfillment that you get when you wake up every day having in mind that you are using your experience to help a lot of people out there. You understand? So that is another reason why I came into content creation. And I also want to build my personal brand. I want to build a personal brand. I am Robinson Agaga, right? I want that name to ring a bell. And that name to ring a bell. I'm building my personal brand. That is it. If you're a content creator, I feel there are benefits. And one of the benefits is it enables you showcase your work. It enables you showcase your work and it helps you build your personal brand. Right? Anything that you do, you can use the social platform to show it out to people. You post it out, let people see what you do, and from there, people will get to you. And I also see that it helps you create network, right? People can network with you. People can reach out to you to patronize you because now they now see what you do. They see the products that you create, they see the service that you offer, and they follow you. So people can contact you. It helps you build network. Another benefit is it builds your ability to speak publicly. It builds your ability to speak publicly. So many years before now, coming out to speak has been a very big problem to me. But now I can confidently, because I've been creating content, I can confidently sit down, face the camera and talk. Simply because creating content has helped me to build my public speaking ability. So you can get paid also on the platform. So when you are creating content, you know that you will get paid once your platform is monetized. Once your platform is monetized, you can get paid. It's the reason why I want everybody to go into content creation. If you have not been considering it, I think you should consider it because it will really help. There is this friend of mine, right? He's an OAP. If you don't know the meaning of an OAP, he's simply on air personality. He anchors programs in a radio station. So he said there's this man, he's a retired police, that the man is very vast in knowledge, he's very intelligent. That most times he calls the man to the radio station, so they discuss world issues, economics, and so many matters like that because the man is very smart. So I now asked him, so where is the man? I said the man is somewhere at home. Anytime they need him, they call him, he comes around. And I feel that man is being shortchanged. That man is being shortchanged because they are taking advantage of him. They are using him to build content for their radio station, but they are not paying him, right? If that man had a platform, maybe on Facebook or on Instagram or on YouTube, that is, because he has knowledge, he's very knowledgeable in issues, that he keeps that he starts expressing his interest about issues as they are happening, he will get a lot of followers and he start making money for himself. He does not have to go to a radio station to talk. He wakes up in the morning on his phone and his camera and dish out his wisdom, and he will make money from it. But simply because he did not create a platform for himself, he does not have social handles, he has not started earlier before now, there is nothing. So the radio station is just taking advantage of him. So that is why I encourage everybody I know to go into content creation. It will help you and you will thank me later.